Okay, so we're gonna move all this and kind of show you where we're at with the platform. So as a side note, I don't know if you've noticed, but my walls of my shop, my garage, are yellow. And that's because of the closed foam insulation. Now, I'm only gonna make this note because I know I had a little bit of a problem researching how to insulate this pole barn construction garage, and it was nice to be able to get some information from some people who have done it. So I'm going to throw this out there. I put this in here last September, about the middle of September. We're in central Kentucky. It was pretty hot suck. It was 89, 90 degrees. The humidity was like a million. So it was pretty bad. And I had them come in and closed cell foam, sprayed this. And it cost me, I guess it works out to about $2 a square foot. Although my insulation guy, I think he did me right. He did 1 inch on a north facing wall, and he did 1 inch on, technically that's the south wall, but my house is right there, so it's blocked. It very rarely gets any direct sunlight. The brutal sunlight comes on this side, on the roof. So he did 2 inches on the side roof, on the other side, and 1 inch on the either side, and then 1 inch on the actual garage door. I have a hard time telling the difference between the 2 inch side and the 1 inch side. So I either got 2 inches all the way around, or I got 1 inch all the way around. I'm not even sure, because I don't know how you gauge this, but they got it done for me in about 4 hours. After I cleaned everything out, and they come in and sprayed it, did a good job, cleaned everything up. I mean, I was happy with the job. So out of the gate, first thing I did was I had to put together some feeders for the upcoming season. And again, it was 90 degrees, the humidity was like 89%. It would have been pretty miserable. I put in one of the splitter heater air conditioners over here. I don't know what size it was, this big. Anyway, it was like about $600 or something like that. I installed that in the wall. And I'm happy to say that in the summertime, when I was out here putting those feeders together, it would have been pretty miserable if it wasn't in here. I had that air conditioner running, and I've got a gauge over there. It tells me humidity levels, temperatures, and everything. It was really quite pleasant, so it was a good investment for me. And then since wintertime came, we've had some pretty brutal cold. This year haven't had been a cold winter, but we have had our cold snaps. And right around Christmas, we were somewhere around 2 with a wind chill factor, or -41 or some stuff like that. And it was pretty brutal. And I didn't have any projects going on out here, but I wanted to see what kind of comfort level I could get. I had my car parked in here to stay out of the ice and the snow. And I turned the splitter on, the heater, and within a very short period of time, actually when I got out here, it was only 28 degrees. Outside temperature was like 4. It was only 28 degrees inside the garage. So I turned the heater on, and within an hour, I was well over 50 degrees in here. And it pretty much, I turned it off, and it pretty much kind of stayed there. Even now, it's wintertime now, and outside it's first part of February. Outside this morning, this temperature was like 19. Gonna warm up to a balmy 36 today. So I'm out here working in the garage. Now I don't really like it hot most of the time. I like it cool, so it might be a little bit cool for some people. It's comfortable for me, which is why I'm rubbing my nose all the time. I get a drippy nose when it gets cold, but it's very comfortable in here. It's right now 53 degrees. ran my splitter for a little while to get it heated up. Now I got a little buddy heater sitting over here in the corner, running on propane on low, 4,000 BTUs or something like that. And it's comfortable in here. I could get it hotter. I could turn everything up. I can get it warmer in here, but I don't want it warmer. So I mean, it's very comfortable. The outside temperature right now is probably hovering somewhere around 30 degrees. It's completely, totally comfortable in here. So anyway, I told you we want to look at the platform, and basically 6x6 square. Not going to fall over that. I cut 45-degree angles here. That's going to give me my corner windows. It's 5/8 OSB. So, and I've been all up on it. It's pretty sturdy. I'm not worried about it. 2-foot centers on my cross members. Now, a trap door is going to have those gas struts on it. And once those come in, I'll show you a quick video of that. But what's going to happen is once you get it to about here, it's just going to open, and I'm going to have it set up so it opens about 110 degrees. That was not slamming up against the back wall. Plenty of out of the way backpacks, bows, guns, stuff like that out of the way. Come up from the ladder. You've got you step either direction. Probably a handle up here, and then once you get up here, those gas struts, you get it to about here, and the weight will take it back down and suck it down so it's tight up against the floor. And I will most likely use some type of bumpers on against the wood so that when you're walking on it, you don't accidentally thump if you're trying to get from one side of the blind to the other side of the blind to make a shot. Whole thing's coming in probably about 225 pounds without the 4x4 posts. So you know, there again, on the bottom side, I'll have some retention brackets so that when the forks of the tractor go up underneath that, there'll be something to keep it from sliding back and forth and rocking around. And most likely going to throw in there at some point some of that rigid foam insulation. I don't know, maybe 2 inches or something. I haven't got there yet. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. I may even take it down to my buddy and let him spray it for me. I don't know. So anyway, I'm building 2 of these, and we'll put the gas struts on when they come in. The problem about being 27 miles from the Amazon distribution center is it takes about 12 hours for them to get here. And usually, quite frequently, you get the message, oh, sorry, we're running late. Anyway, that's where we're at with this. We'll throw some more videos on this in a minute as we move forward. Gas struts on this, and then I have to make some decisions about whether I should build the next platform and maybe even show you what I'm doing. There's no rocket science there. Or continue this. I have 9-foot ceilings in the garage, and I'm going to put an 8-foot walls on it. I'm not going to be able to use 2-foot posts, and so I may end up doing the walls and stuff outside, which I really don't want to do that just yet because it is February in Kentucky, and even though the next couple of days are supposed to be pretty epic, there's no rules that said I can't wake up with 9 inches of snow tomorrow morning. So I'm not ready yet to expose all this to a bunch of moisture and stuff like that. So I haven't decided what to do yet, but that's all right. It's going to be an ongoing series. We've got this part done. Next series is probably going to be just a little preview of how the gas struts work, and then we'll start putting some walls on. So like, subscribe, share, and then when we post a new video, you'll see what's coming on. And if you have some ideas, if you've done this and you've got some ideas, you see us heading in the wrong direction, you know, shout out a little bit and help us out. And otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.